This week on Big Wave Digging.
All right, well, I got a brand new permission. One of the oldest houses in this valley. I think I found there's another one that's older, but this was from 1890, and there's not too many of those kind of houses in this valley. So I finally got permission to check this yard, and I'm very excited about it. Just got here, had a couple of hiccups here and there, but got my first find. I don't think it's too incredibly old. It's kind of interesting anyway, but very first hole, very first. Right, there it is. It's some kind of a garden tool. It's down quite a ways, but anyway, the handle's still on there. I don't really know how old it is, but it looks like, you know, some kind of a scraping tool, I guess. Maybe the tines are really worn off, but that's my first find. I'm hoping for a lot. It's a really big yard. It goes all the way over that way, and some big trees, and anyway, a nice old house. So I'm starting up by the house. A lot of times I'll go start out farther and wait for the closer part, but I'm starting out here because I think there might be some stuff up here by the house. So anyway, okay, really haven't been getting a lot of signals. I'm trying not to, you know, judge, because like I say, there's a huge yard here to dig, and so I did find something here. I don't know what it is. I haven't even looked at it yet. It may be a dog tag. No, it's just part of something. I don't know what it's part of, and I don't think it's that old, but it's quite a ways down. I don't know the dirt, if, you know, there's some really big trees here. I don't know if there's been dirt added in here. It doesn't seem like it, but maybe. Anyway, I'll keep going, and I'll clean this up and see if I can figure out what it is. Like I say, I don't think it's anything real old. Still nothing real great, but I did find another key. I seem to be the king of keys lately. I don't think it's a very old key, but I'll have to see if the owner is missing a key. It's been in here a little while, but my first interesting find, I guess. This is probably one of my first most interesting finds. I think this was some piece of jewelry or something. I'm not sure what kind of material, but on this side you can see where there were some clasps on there, so like looked like something was held in there. I don't know, maybe it's actually just like something that attaches some canvas or something. I really don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, it's kind of interesting. It's got these clasps here, but sometimes I don't know, the more I look at it, I think it's something like that, something that went on to a tarp maybe or something. I don't know. So far, nothing really interesting. I'm still gonna be positive. All right, well, this morning today I went to actually an 1890 house, and I'm pretty sure it was detected before. I mean, I found a bunch of modern pennies and nothing else. Pretty disappointed. It was a really big yard. I thought for sure I was going to find great stuff. The neighborhood there hadn't been detected because I did a couple different places and found lots of stuff, but apparently somebody hit that yard. So anyway, I went back to this other permission that I got where the house had been torn down. Last thing I found here was a big set of keys, not too far from here, but now I found something. I think it might be old. Let me show you. This is like the heel plate, it looks like, of a boot or something, and it says True Fit. And usually when you have that modern sounding language, it's like TRU Fit. But I looked it up, and there is a company, a fairly old company back to around the turn of the century, that made shoes called True Fit. And so there's a chance that this one, since this house was from around the 20s, this was a heel plate from a shoe like that. You can see all the nail holes there, and then it says the True Fit right there. I'll do some more research, but that's my first find today at this spot. Got a signal here on the other side of the driveway here. I thought I'd try it, and it's something kind of interesting looking. It looks kind of old. Oh, it's got some kind of, what the hell is that? Excuse my language there. Whoa, some kind of feathered, or I'm sorry, get in focus there. I'm not sure what that is, but let me take a look. This almost looks like it's got something on the edge, like there's a lid. It was a lid to something. So let me take a look at it and see if I can figure out what it is. It's cleaned up a little. It's got a nice design on it. You can see there was a hinge and some kind of a, I don't know if it's glass or what kind of material is on the inside of it. But definitely interesting. I don't know how old it is. I'll have to do some research here and see if I can figure it out. But kind of a cool piece. Well, this shows why you recheck the hole. I rechecked the hole because I was thinking maybe I could find the other side of it, and I think I just did find the other side of it, and it's got a little bit of design on it. So let me check. check and see what's on this side of it, but that definitely looks like the second half to that piece I just found. Well, here's my piece. I think it says Elmo on the top. I'm gonna see if I can do some research, but I think definitely this piece, the other half of the piece I found, there's where that hinge would have gone, or maybe over there. Anyway, let me do some research and see if I can figure out what company made this and how old it is. I did some research. I put the compact together. I definitely believe this is the second half, and that does say Elmo. It was a company that started around the turn of the century, did a lot of business in the teens and the 20s, and then I did some more research, had lots of really cool looking compacts I'll show you. I wish I'd have found some of the other ones. They're pretty awesome. This one, Leaf Design, at least one picture on there said that it started in 1946. So there's some rain coming down, but I'm not gonna let it stop me. But anyway, pretty cool to find both halves, and definitely a period piece from 1946, so just after World War II. So I'll take it. Probably the coolest find I've found here in a while. Oh, decided to come back to this 1890 house and try again. I just think it must be all new dirt here. I haven't found much, but I found something. I thought it was a quarter, but I think there might be some kind of a shank, like it's not a button, but like some kind of a pendant right here on this side. There's something attached to it. So let me clean it up. It's some kind of a pendant or something. So this looks promising. My pendant cleaned up a little bit. As you can see, there's like it's like it was a pendant on a chain or something. I cannot, let me try to get it focused here. I cannot tell what that is at all. Maybe somebody can let me know. I'm gonna do some research later, but some kind of, I can't tell what the picture in the middle is. Maybe a bird and some flowers or something. And on the other side, it's like almost like there's a, let me see if I can get a better light here. Chalice, or I really don't know. I'll have to do some research, but it's definitely at least interesting. Haven't found anything else. All modern pennies here. Nothing really old, but I don't know how old this is, but it's definitely cool. So I'll take it. I haven't found a lot at this house. I found that pendant just a minute ago, and my very next hole found something interesting. Not old. I just have a feeling that this dirt was brought in. There's really old trees. I went around the old trees, couldn't find anything there, but I'm gonna try to salvage whatever I can out of this. So I did find something I kind of like to find. Doesn't look too old though. There's something right there. It was just under the ground, and it looks like a toy car. I don't know how old it is, but it's cool looking. It's got a little star on the side. Let me do some cleaning, and I'll see if I can find out what make and model it is. I did some cleaning up. I think it says 1997. It's a Mattel, made in Thailand, I believe it says. Yeah, it's a Ford. It's like a Ford G something. It's a police car. If you look on it, it's still got like stickers, something of the Pursuit and police. Yeah, pretty cool little car. I'll take it, but definitely was hoping for older stuff, but I always like finding these tour cars. So somebody's out here playing with their car. There's a little girl that lives here. I don't think it was hers, so it's probably been here at least a little while. I mean, 97, that's pretty old. Well, I guess I found the where the kids were playing with the toys. It looks like there's a mound of dirt here. I found my second car. Looks like a race car, and it looks like a NASCAR. So let me clean this one up. Let me see here. It says Eagle 1 on the front, I think. It says Cummins on the back. It's number 6. I should know this. I mean, I'm not a huge NASCAR guy, but I do know some of the drivers. But anyway, pretty cool. I think I might find a few more in here. It looks like somebody was definitely playing with some toy cars here. Guess it's toy car day. This whole, I mean, this hill over here with, it looks like some dirt with fill dirt or something. Anyway, somebody using this as a play spot. It's my third toy car, so I think that's a personal record. I found parts of cars, but all these are in pretty good shape. The other two are from 97, so this, I would assume this one is too. Let me take a look. See it on this one. I think I saw a spot here where I think it said 1981. Maybe right there. So it's a little bit older than the other ones. 81, I think. It's a Matchbox. It says made in Macau, which I don't think I'd ever seen that before. So anyway, it's a Ferrari. Anyway, pretty cool car. Reminds me of maybe what's the name of that show? Magnum PI. That's it. Anyway, like maybe one of those kind of cars. I think that's what he was driving, was a Ferrari. Anyway, that's the third toy car. All right, well, let's try a semi-live dig here. Got the signal. It's been the same as all the other toy cars that I found. I don't know if that's what this is, but it was in around the 80s, or actually closer to 80s and 90s, but it's right near where all the other toys were. So that's a big old rock or something. So let me get my pinpointer here. I was trying to use my gloves because it's pretty muddy out here, but I'll take them off and see if I can. Okay, it's right in there somewhere. All right, let's see if I can do this live. Oh, there it is. I had a feeling. All right, there's my fourth toy car. Look at that, like a Humvee or something. Pretty cool though. Good color. I wish they were older, but definitely gonna have a fleet of cars here in a little bit. I'll clean it up and see if I can get a year. Looked a little more modern. I think it says 2001 on there. I can't remember. It said a name here, like Matt. I can't see. It's right there. Anyway, definitely a modern toy, but a pretty cool looking one. So there was a little boy out here at some point playing with a bunch of toy cars. So I'll have to find out from the owner if it's somebody that they know. But anyway, pretty cool looking. Well, I just found a kind of interesting piece, and I started trying to clean it up, and I realized I hadn't filmed any of it, but it's just this small thing that almost looks like it's on a hinge, but there's writing on it, and I have been trying to read it. Maybe I can read it through the camera lens. I just can't tell what it is. I don't know what this thing is. Like it flips up and back. I don't know if it's part of it, because this is where all those toy cars are, but I'll have to try to clean it up at home. I've been trying with I don't know, maybe I hold it still so somebody can read it, but I cannot read it. Don't know what it is. I'm going to see if there's any more parts to whatever this is, but interesting piece. Well, I just got a first. I think it's a first. I got my first ever toy car spill. I kept on going on the same pile, figuring there's probably more, and I think I see 2 cars in this hole. So let me show you. Might even be more than 2. Oh, I just flipped this over. In fact, I think there might even be another one in the plug, and then you can see there's 2 here. So here's the first one that I saw. I'll just pull them out one at a time here. Let's see here. Well, I'll get them all out of there, and we'll find out how many's in there. Definitely a second one here. And that's a cool looking Hot Wheel right there. And then I think there's another one right there. Yep, there sure is. So wow, these are some cool ones. There's 3. Let me check the pile. Oh, there's another one right there. Look at that. Wow. Okay, there's 4. This is crazy. All right, let me dig the hole a little more and see if there's any more than the 4 that I just found. Well, found another one. So they're up to 5. This is an orange looking thing here. These are some cool looking cars, and definitely not, crazy old, but lots of toy cars in this hole. Let me keep on going and see if I can find any more. This is crazy. So I did find one more at least, and I think there's actually another one. I'm up to looks like 6, and I think there may be another one. It's still in the plug. It's ringing up exactly like the other ones. Let me show you what I got so far. This is the last one I found, so I'll have to clean them all up, but that's up to 6, and I think there's another one in this hole over here. Let me get my glasses on, but I'm pretty sure there's another one in here. So if you're not going to find old coins in a house, you might as well find cool old toy cars. So I think there's another one somewhere in this pile. Maybe it's under the pile. Oh, there it is, right there. I can't believe I missed it the first time. And it's another cool looking race car. It actually almost looks like a Batmobile practically, but it's got a number on there. So there's number, what did I say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, and I'll keep checking this hole because they're everywhere in here. A little farther away from where that tree was over here, and I found another one. I think it's a police car. So I found another toy car over here. I think that's like number 11 or something. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Yeah, definitely police. What's it say? Where's it saying? It's supposed to be like St. Ursula County, wherever that is. So you can read the back, I think. Let's see. Matchbox. Sorry, I'm moving it around, trying to read it myself. See what year it is, but probably you might be able to see it. It's obviously not. I think it's 2012, so this is even a newer car. Anyway, pretty fun. All right, I had a couple hours to kill. It was snowing yesterday, stopped snowing today, and it's just kind of cool, but it's got some sun out, so I decided to come back to this permission and see what I could find. I haven't found anything yet, but now I just found something I really like finding. Pretty cool. I don't know how old it is, but I just now flipped it out of the hole, so let's take a look. There's the hole, and if you can see it right over there, laying right there, it's a toy gun. Like I say, I don't know how old it is. It's not all in one piece, but still pretty cool looking. I don't know. I don't know if I got it or not, but anyway, pretty cool gun, toy gun. So let me do some cleaning up, and I'll see if I can figure out who made it and how old it is. Look in the hole and found the trigger guard to it, and it's a Hubley, which those are actually went back quite a ways. I'll have to research this particular model. Looks like maybe a little more updated model, but anyway, I love finding the old toy guns. It's a picture of the kids out here playing cops and robbers and that kind of thing back in the day, which I used to do when I was a kid. So anyway, pretty cool find. All right, I'm back out in the front yard here. I finally found something interesting here, and it's a key. It looks old too. Found that, what was it, that model Ford key here, not too far from here. So let me clean it up here and we'll find out the brand. All right, turns out this is a really old key. I'll have to double check, but I think they went by the name Kyle until Ilko bought them out in like the early 30s. So this is probably before then. So definitely an older key. So, and I'm definitely have to do research on that name and see if it's was the person that lived here back in the day. So pretty good find. I was thinking about leaving, getting a little frustrated. My pinpointer went out, and luckily I had another one in my car. But I think I may have capped the day off. Well, maybe I'll go a little longer, but I think I may have found a ring. At first I thought I didn't find anything. I thought there was a aluminum foil or tin foil or whatever. And then I moved around a little bit farther into the hole, and I got a very good signal on my pinpointer, and I think it is a ring. So let me clean it up. It doesn't look like it's going to be too fancy, but I'll take it. It's cool, a cool looking ring. Let me clean it up. Here's my ring. I mean, I don't think it's silver. It is heavy though. I would say that it's a heavier ring, and you can see it's, kind of looks like a kid's ring, but it's very heavy. So I'll do some checking on it, but I'll take a ring any day, even in the kids' rings out of the Cracker Jack thing, or at the store, and those little things you put the quarters in. It used to probably be a nickel, but anyway, I don't know. It's interesting though. I'll take it though. This thing's been sitting here for a while waiting for me to find it, and like I say, it's definitely heavy. So I'll do some checking and see. I have a kit I can test it and see if it's silver. So anyway, nice looking ring. Let's do a little wrap up of the last few adventures. Been kind of an up and down series of hunts for me. Getting, really old permissions, but not really finding old things. I went back to that permission I had from back in the day, one of my first permissions ever, and found a few more things. So I'm always finding stuff there. But let's go over it. As you can see, the one, I think that house was from 1890, and didn't find a lot of old stuff, but man, look at all these cars. That was a pretty fun little scenario. I think if I'd already found a bunch of wheat pennies and some other older stuff and coins, I would have been a lot more excited to find these on top of that. But as you can see, I found quite the trove of old cars. I think one of them, I can't remember which one, was from back in the 70s. At least one of them was an older version. Most of them, I think, are a little bit later. But as you can see, all kinds of cool little toy cars there. And then, speaking of cars, I think I found this there. I can't remember where I found this actually. But look at that wheel weight. So that's a wheel weight. That's a big wheel weight. So I don't know, a giant truck or something. But anyway, that's interesting. This side, I never have figured out what this is. I don't know. It's nothing, doesn't look that old or anything, but kind of an odd shape. Somebody might know what that is. And then this piece here, it's, obviously fairly old. I think it's copper, but I have no clue as to what it would be for. Cleaned up pretty well. Anyway, don't know what that is. This is another thing I really don't know. So I found it almost looks like it's a decorative thing, but I don't know. Like there could have been something in there, a stone or something. Maybe that's the case, but you can see where it clipped onto something. So interesting, but I really have no idea. It almost reminds me of those things I found several of, which were the old things that you attached onto like Model T cars and boats and airplanes that were, quite a bit older, but I don't know what that thing is for sure. Found an old token to a Games Emporium from around here. I think that one, let's see, I think that was from the 80s. There was one I found that had it told the year, so I kind of waited a while to do the wrap up, so I had to kind of cobble things together. There's one key in here I can't find. I'm going to do back-to-back wrap-ups from a couple of hunts here. So as you can see, there's a bunch of stuff over here too. That'll come in a later wrap-up. Now this was fun. This was at that my first permission. Found this kind of cool old gun. It's a Hubley, so that's a little bit older for sure. But I think I found one half and then the other. But anyway, it's almost complete. Now this thing here was interesting because I haven't been able to find it. It says security on it, and it definitely looks like an old clip of some type. I really never could find anything on the internet that showed the exact thing, but kind of a cool old piece. That was at that 1890 house where I found those cars, I believe. So that was one of the only things I found there. And the thing that I just realized that I did not bring out here, unless I see it over here somewhere. Oh, there it is. I found it. I didn't have it in my lineup here. This is one of the cooler things. So I did some research, and I think it's really tough because trying to look at the coins and then read because if you read these lettering, it's Japanese. So somebody made a charm out of it, but it's the dynasties. When they had these, you can read it by reading the Japanese symbols on there. I was never really able to determine for sure when it was. I think it's around the turn of the century. So even though it's made into a charm, originally this is actually a fairly old coin. I would say at least around the turn of the century, but it could be a lot older. Anyway, that was probably the cool thing that I found at that old permission where it didn't have anything else. So anyway, I guess I put that at right there. That would have been one of my top finds. And then let's see what else I had here. Oh, this is part of it. Looked like this kind of cool because I've looked it up, and I've seen several pocket knives that have that kind of, I don't know if it's bone or what it is, but pretty cool piece. I had a momentary interruption. My cats were trying to escape out of the house, so I had to scare them back in. This was a cool find here. I forget, it said True Fit. So true, since it, TRU seemed like some modern phrasing, but actually it's a very much older brand of shoes, and this was would have been a heel plate, I believe, or a toe, maybe the toe. I don't know which one it is. Actually, I realized, but it looks like you can tell where they had the nails or whatever they were stuck into the shoe. So that was kind of cool. That was probably fairly old. This was fun. I found this one. As you can see, it's all together. I got it together. I first found the top piece, and that's kind of cool. Got that cool design on it, and then you can look on the back. Let's see, where's that? Say that. Elmo, which I thought was funny because you think of like Tickle Me Elmo or something like that, but it was actually the Elmo girls line of cosmetics that I think I showed it in the video. But I like finding these kind of things. Anything like this, you know, it's not like I'm a guy that's into makeup or anything, but the fact is it shows, you know, something that back in the day people were using. You know, these women were using little pieces like this, and they had their whatever kind of makeup was in it. So it just really shows the history. Anyway, I thought that was a pretty cool piece, especially since I ended up finding both ends of it. This, I can't remember where this came from. This might have been from another video, some kind of button. I think it found it along with something else. Kind of cool. Looks like a shell or bone or something. This is, now this ring here, it definitely looks homemade. It's fairly heavy. You know what? I just realized I have not tested it for silver. I don't think it is, because there's looks like some, like, I don't know, corrosion in it or something. But it's, you know, looks like a homemade ring. But I always like finding rings, and, you know, you never know. I will test it, I guess, and see if maybe there was a silver plate on it or something. But definitely fun to find a ring. And let's see, I think that's it. I really had, on this video, I probably did find some coins. I don't know. I don't remember whether I found any like wheat pennies or anything this time around. I think the next video I have several that I found, and found some, actually a bucket lister coin. So anyway, that's a wrap up for this week's video. Well, that's it for this week's video. I've got another video. I'm actually shortly after this, I'm going to try to get that one done, and just got a little bit behind on that. Had a run of bad luck, but now I'm getting back in the groove. So I'll put out another video here soon, and hope you enjoyed this one, and tune in for the next one. And until next time, this is Big Wave Dave saying life is short, keep digging it.